What's going on? Was that you that just flew in front of my camera? If that's you, knock on the door once, or sorry, knock on the wall one time. If you're sitting on this couch right now. Okay, thanks for tuning in to another episode of Eerie Explorations. Tonight, Heather and I are going to be investigating an abandoned townhome. There's been some talk about, some activity going on in this place, and we've been invited to explore it and investigate it. So this is a good night to get the chance to investigate this place, and let's see what we're going to come up with. And while we do this, you're going to be following along with us. So here we go. Let's get this started. So we're just going to do, basically what we're going to do is we're just going to walk around and just, get a feel for the place. Earlier I had my, earlier I had the REM Pod going, and it was definitely going off, while we were kind of getting things set up. So I thought that was kind of strange. So we're going to do a quick walkthrough of the place, and then run some experiments. I'll do a KII meter sweep and all that stuff. So Heather's just going to tag behind me. Let's check this good old pantry. Nothing in there. This is the bathroom, I think, yeah. So, toilet. So far, do you sense anything so far?
No.
No?
Not yet.
This looks like to be the master bedroom. So what do you think of this place so far?
It's nice.
Nice. Would you stay here?
Yeah, I would.
Would you?
Just you and me.
Yeah. So that's it. That was the one. Well, let's go to the front room area. But it's not a big place at all. But it's definitely an interesting location. So I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna run a couple experiments. Is there anybody here with me right now, or is anybody here with us right now? If so, if you're here with us right now, give us a knock on the door, or tap on the wall. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and get the KII meter out. Heather's just gonna take her rest on the floor. Okay, so I got the KII meter out. I'm gonna put this in my other hand. Okay. So you'll see I have the KII meter right here. And this device is gonna measure the electromagnetic energy or waves that this place may pick up, or it may pick up in this place. So if you're here with me right now, or if you're here with us right now, give us a sign of your presence, and touch this device and make the colors go up. Make those light up. I'll tell you, it's pretty late, so what a perfect time to be doing this at such a late hour. Right, Heather?
Right.
Is there anybody here with us right now? If so, there's a device in my left hand right in front of this camera. It's not going to harm you. It's just here to allow you to communicate with us. So, I don't mean to intrude on your proving grounds, but I'm here to try to communicate with you, and this device in my left hand is going to allow me to do so. So if you'd like to interact with me, reach out, give this gauge a touch, you know. I don't think there's anything in the bathroom. Are you in this bedroom? So we have been told that voices could be heard, whether they're disembodied or, you know, or not. That kind of is a little concern with the persons that used to live in this place. Are you in here? Okay, so it looks like you've done a full sweep of the house with the KII meter. Not really get anything. All right, so I'm you okay, Heather?
Yeah.
Okay. So I have this other camera. I'm gonna go ahead and place it as a static camera. I'm actually going to, wow, that KII meter is going off right now. It's not anywhere near. Is anybody here with me right now? All right, I'm gonna go ahead and place this in this dark room here. I got this little cat toy, this LED ball that I'm gonna use. I'm gonna put it on the floor here in the corner. And I'm gonna place this camera static and let's see if something likes to play with the ball here. So you'll see I have it turned on and it's a very sensitive object. So if anything were to touch it, it would definitely go off without any problems. So you'll see, I'm gonna touch it right now. So you'll see how sensitive that was. I barely even touched it. So I'm gonna go ahead and place this here. I'm gonna keep it on. I'm gonna place the camera. Get a little light here. All right, so I placed a ball over here in the corner. If you're here in this room, I'm asking you nicely to go and interact with that ball. If you touch it, it's gonna go up and it's gonna indicate that you're here and it's gonna, you know, film you touching it and engaging in. So feel free to touch that ball in the corner. As I mentioned, it's gonna light up if you touch it or interact with it, okay? I'm gonna leave this room and, you know, let you have your quiet time alone here and try to play with that ball, okay? So here we go. Feel free to touch that ball. It's not gonna hurt you. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and turn on the REM Pod, this device over here. This item also, or this device also, will detect electromagnetic energy if anything comes within a certain distance. I think it's within 7 inches of the antenna. It'll go off and you know, give us a ringtone and light up when something's around it and trying to interact with this device. So if you're here right now with this, please use this device to contact us and to communicate with us. It's definitely a harmless device, as all the other devices I have. So please feel free to interact with that as well. In the meantime, I am going to go switch out of regular mode and go into night vision. So you're going to see a little stop in the video, and then you'll see it come back on in night vision. So here we go. Okay, so now I'm in night vision, and I am going to do another tour of the house in complete darkness with my flashlight to help me not trip on things. Alright, so now I have the lights off. I got the REM pod sitting over there. I got a LED ball sitting in this room over here. You have plenty to choose from to try to communicate with this. So I asked nicely, if you're here and you'd like to communicate with us, please engage one of these devices. So you'll see I didn't come anywhere near that, and it's going off. Are you in this front room with this? If so, please go and touch that again. Either that or the REM pod was just calibrating. There's a calibration process with this item. So you'll see. I'm touching it. I'm near right now. So it should go up. There we go. Oh. The viewers may have just seen that, but did you guys, I just saw like an orb looking thing fly across the screen. Either that or it was a big giant piece of dust. Oh, another one. There is some energy coming from that corner of the room. If those orbs are not dust. Is anybody here with this? I just saw that. Was that you? If that's you and you're not a piece of dust floating around in this place, go back and touch one of those devices. Are you the one that's can be heard talking? I guess they can hear voices in here. Is it easier for you to talk and communicate that way? Okay, so something, just try to communicate with us. Was that you trying to let us know that you're here by touching that REM pod or that device right there? If so, I want to say thank you. Is that you? Okay, that's twice that I've got in front of the camera and it's gone off. Okay, I'm gonna try it again. What's going on? Okay. So what I'm going to do is, obviously it's not going to let me present what I'm going to do next in front of the camera because it goes off every time I try to go in front of the camera. But what I am going to do is I'm going to set up a laser grid just above, on that wall behind the REM pod, behind the couch. Okay. So as I mentioned, I'm going to keep this camera static on this LED cat ball. Maybe to pick up something, playing with the ball and interacting with it. In the meantime, I'm going to take this other static that was once in here. I'm going to put it in the other room, and we're going to film in the other room using that camera. So here we go. I'm gonna do that right now. So there's that ball right there. As I mentioned, interact with that ball. Just touch it. You know, it'll light up if you touch that ball, and it's harmless. It's not here to harm you at all. It's just here to as a device for us to communicate with you, or you to communicate with us. Okay, so if there's anybody or anything in here, please feel free to go touch that that REM pod that's sitting there that's got that red light. It's not here to harm you, it's just allowing you to communicate with this. Is that you touching that? As I mentioned, it's not going to harm you. Just continue to interact with it and make it light up for us. So I'm going to go ahead and, in addition to the other devices sitting on this couch, I'm going to throw this LED bulb, or this LED cat toy right here in front of it as well. You can kind of see the laser lights with this camera in night vision. So now you have three things you can attempt to communicate with this with, and that would be the cat toy, the LED cat ball, the KII meter, the second device up just above it, or that REM pod, the device with the red light. Please, I ask you kindly to reach out and interact with any of those three items. If you can do that, that'd be awesome. Please don't disappoint me if you're here. Give me a sign of your presence and make yourself available. Show yourself. If you don't want to show yourself, then knock on the wall. Give me one knock if you're here right now. There's a little excuse me, there's a little board leaning against this wall. Maybe you can find the strength and energy to move that board off that wall or knock it over. Think you could do that for me? Was that you that just flew in front of my camera? Or was I just speaking to a piece of dust? Excuse me. I tell you what, if you're too scared maybe to communicate with me right now and talk with me and have some kind of interaction, then go into the front room for me right now and engage with one of those devices in the front room. There's 3 devices sitting on the couch. Thank you for that. Thank you for interacting with one of those gauges for me. I tell you what, now that you've gone to the other room and touched the device or interacted with the devices, can you come back into this room? But in the process of coming back in, can you move that door open to show me that you came through this door? Did you just knock on the wall for me? All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and keep this camera static here and go into the other room and see if how things are going in the front room. Feel free to follow me too. That would be awesome if you could follow me into the front room, and yeah, that would be awesome. If you're here, if you're in this room, please walk through this laser grid for me. Is there anybody here with me right now? So you'll see that my shadow went across that laser grid. So hopefully I can see something like that. If you are here, please walk through the this grid. I'm gonna go ahead and place the oh, that can't, I mean, I don't know if this, I wonder if that's because I walked by it. It's weird though, I'm not even that close to this. Is that you or is that me? If that's you, knock on the door once, or sorry, knock on the wall one time. If you're sitting on this couch right now. Let's try it again. Are you, when I move around in this front room area, do you kind of get surprised, and do you move and cause that to go up? Am I scaring you by walking through the front room? All right, well, I'm gonna go and place this K2 meter. Yeah, it has something to do with me walking by it. Huh. Strange. All right, so I'm gonna place this K2 meter. I'll place it in front of this. All right, so there's a K2 meter, or a electronical device that's harmless, that will allow you to communicate with this as well. If you don't want to move that board or open any of these doors, feel free to engage in that device with that green light. Make those lights go up. All right, so I'm going to leave the room, but I want you to do your darnest to engage in that device down there, okay? Like I said, it's harmless. It's not going to do anything to you. All right, so I think I'm gonna do one final run test, and that is a Necrophonic App session to see if I can communicate using that device. If you're here with me and you know who I am, what's my name? Okay, so you don't know my name. What's your name? Your name's Greg? Was that you that just knocked in the front, in the kitchen area? You said you need help? What do you need help with? Did you say Damon's here? So are you, or are you not going to communicate with me? Go touch one of those red lights on that device over there for me. Think you could do that for me? You can do it? Then do it. Go in, head into the other room with this and set this up so I don't miss anything here. Yeah. What's up, man? It's like, dude. So, I'm in this room now. Let's do a little, try to communicate with you in this room, okay? So are you in this room with me right now? You need a light? Okay. All right, so I have a light. So now that I've answered your question, you said something about a ghost? I'm not afraid of no ghost. Yeah, I got a few more minutes before I pack up and go. And I wouldn't want to miss out on interacting with you. If you want me to stop this Necrophonic App session, knock on the door once, or tell me to stop. What? Yeah, you keep saying, dude, what's going on? I can't tell you how old I am. Yeah, I'm in this room. No, we're not done yet. I need you to use all the energy you have to try to communicate with me. Yeah. Is that you making that gauge go off in the front room? Did you just make that gauge go off in the front room? You made it ring? Will you go do that for me? Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this. Alright, so it's getting really late. I think I'm going to go ahead and call it a night. Alright, so I think I'm going to call it a night tonight. I felt like I got a few responses. I'll have to check the video and all the sound files and see if I caught anything. It was definitely an interesting location. I didn't hear any voices, like anything that I could hear with the naked ear, but as I said, in reviewing the footage, might be able to get some other things that I didn't hear with the naked ears. So, oh. So are you sad that I'm leaving? Did you just make that gauge go up? If you made that gauge go up, make it go up again. Did you just make that gauge go up? Yeah, you did, didn't you? So are you threatened by me leaving? Did you want me to stick around? If you want me to stick around, make that gauge go up more. Did you want me to leave? The gauge kind of went crazy as I was approaching it. Are you standing right there in front of me? If so, make that gauge go up to indicate that you're here in the same room with me. Huh. That was pretty strange. Thank you for communicating with me using that device. Because I can tell you right now, there isn't any electromagnetic fields that is caused by electricity right where that device is at. So thank you for doing that. I appreciate it. All right, guys. So I think I'm going to go ahead and call it an evening here. It's getting really late. The underlining question is this place haunted? It's really hard to tell. What I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to go back and, go through all the film, go through all the audio evidence, check everything. And, I just, honestly, going through this place, I didn't feel any kind of energy at all. Not saying it's not here, it just wasn't evident for me. With that being said, we appreciate your support. If you have not subscribed to our channel yet, please do so. We actually could use the support. We plan on many more places down the road to investigate. Hopefully a little more named places. But in the meantime, every time you watch our videos, you're supporting us. Definitely hit that like button on these videos. That's going to help as well. And as always, if you see or hear anything that's missed in the production of this video, definitely leave the comments below. It would help us greatly, so we could, review that and attest to what that you're witnessing or that you're finding. With that being said, have a good evening. Again, thank you for watching this episode of Eerie Explorations, and of course, until our next Eerie Exploration, have a good night. Thank you. Bye.